Okay. So there's a new scandal with China, right?
Good for control, not so good for
Um,
credibility. We're still looking for answers. Ramian
Bing
Essentially Hong
Shui
Kong, Ramy, thank you very much. Up next, Vlad details the
accused
story of
someone of
Beijing's
sexual
investigating the
assault
presidency
who's
at 7:40
high
p.m. Time
up
to check your local weather.
in the Chinese,
Tracking a cold front, but ahead of that changing air, it's
organization, if
going to
you want
be
to
a
call it
four-day
that, the
low
Communist
cloudy
Party,
and
right?
isolated rain chance. Already
And
some
like
scattered
all
showers out there this
Communist
morning.
Party,
We'll keep the low in chance
they
to a
only
fairly
promote
small 50% chance
positive
of rain as
messages.
weather set up today. That'll go through about lunchtime and then drying out this afternoon.
Right. So it's also said that the sexual assault happened with his wife's approval, right? But no woman really wants her husband to be with another man either, right? Normally, too, right? Unless she's already messed up, right? Like I'm saying about Maribel. Who else could she have been with? My stepdad, right? That's another thing I'm being hopefully sarcastic about. But what kind of obsession does this man have with me? If the only person I can be with as a child is my own mom or something. And again, I don't recall her trying to have sex with me. But again, I didn't ever try to have sex with her either, right? We wasn't even on that level, I don't think. At all, Rod. Or you want to call yourself. But you do know she did her little side thing we all know about. Who know her, who know her. More than anything else. Anyway. And that wouldn't be right at all. Yep.
Oldest Turpin child, now 33. How are you?
Awesome. I'm doing really good.
Was it January 14th, 2018?
Yeah. Big day.
What's the first thing you did that you look back on and think that was my first moment of real freedom?
Actually, being in the hospital, when music was playing, I got up and I made sure there was a little bit of a floor cleared out and I danced.
The first place we went to a park with two of my sisters, and I was so excited because I could smell the air, I could smell the grass. I was like, how could heaven be better than this? Oh my gosh, this is so free, like, this is life.
You can only imagine. Diane is going to be with us tomorrow right here on GMA with a first look at never before seen body cam footage showing Jordan Turpin just moments after she was so brave and she escaped. And Escape from a House of Horror, a Diane Sawyer special event airs tomorrow on 2020 at 9 p.m. Eastern here on ABC and then streaming on Hulu.
Incredible story.
Yes.
Well, stay with us. Here, our play of the day is the best terrible pass you will ever see in basketball.
Welcome to Hope USA. It's a feeling that exists inside us all. In real places where Wells Fargo and small businesses are working together to help bring hope to the streets of our communities and beyond.
On the outside, I looked fine. I got really good at masking my depression. But inside was a different story. Even though
Now, I'm not sure if the Turpins were the ones that were kept in, like, the basement or something, right? Or who they actually were, but I think I probably heard about them, right? And were made to be sex slaves or... Now, I heard two of them were sisters anyway, and I don't remember all the details. I think as many as 3 girls were being held, right? If I remember that correctly, I'm not sure. It's been a while. Right. Now, like I said, though, getting back to China, right? We have an old saying: if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? And if a girl is missing, she's telling the truth. And China's lying their butts off. And even if you don't believe in hell, it don't mean you don't go there when you die, idiots. Right? Even if you're there until the replenishing and you get back to this time, in the loop of time, right? The real one. Whatever's going on, right? That we can't see and or understand, right? You will be punished. And as you treat others, so will God treat you. China. If you treat others without mercy for telling the truth, you will be treated without mercy for lying. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. The whole government. Not just one person. If the whole government is corrupt, the whole nation is corrupt. The whole nation is corrupt. All the way from Russia on over to America, if we have corruption in our system, right? And we're either a system of laws that apply to all, right? Or you're wasting your time, right? And you're corrupting the country from within, right? Sovereign immunity is no different than what the Communist Party is doing to the Tsar, America. I know it ain't. That's why we try to do away with it, idiot. But you want to bring it back. That's why you're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. All you can prove is I was around my stepdaughter, for example, too, right? Not with her, not with her at all. I know better, right? Way better, way better. And the only one who would tell you that is who? My stepdad, my mom? I mean, come on, I don't know. Or Daphne herself, right? Now, she ain't happy, but she ain't treating me right when I break up with her and go back to base, right? I broke up with two of my exes, right? Or more. Mm-hmm. Some were Rose before I met Sheena or Mary Bell or any of them, right? I was with 4, right? And 2 of them wanted money for the sex, right? I know. Carl Sampson did it too. Hosea did it too, right? He married a prostitute, right? Well, what's the difference between paying her and, marrying her, right? Not much, right? But is Paul being sarcastic, right? What does he mean when he says that? If Hosea and Samson was with the harlot, right? Whore means the same thing, right? Yes, it does. Prostitute, right? It's sex for money, right? And it don't matter the amount of money, but like I said, in America, money matters, right? That's why I offer my wife $250 a month in a car or something around those, general idea. It could go up if I get paid more, she can get paid a little bit more per year. You know what I mean, in general, right? Like 25 or, right? Whatever, right? But first I gotta find someone, right, willing to take the job, right? And trust me, this house can look spick and span if you help me out and realize I'm not lying about disability, right? Because you can't fake scars, right? You might can fake a few things, but not scars. Now I got my QB back out. Because I'm going to start trying to exercise during the day again. Especially with my lower body again. And just, like I said, sit here and make it as light as possible on my lower and upper extremities. Exactly. But see, and just rest periodically throughout the day, right? So again, right? Now, Peter also talks about, even if the governments don't follow their own rules, so did Jesus, like with the scribes and Pharisees. You kind of got to listen to them because they can control your life, right? They can make it good or bad. Let's see here. That's the problem too, right? Now, the cloak and all that had to do with the Roman soldier. He could ask you for anything he wanted, right? And you would have to give it to him, by the way. I know. And they are legion, for they are many, right? Who do you think the man who was driven crazy by something happened to him, right? Though he don't know what, right? I don't know. It was so strong he could almost rip iron chains, right? Right. And that takes a lot of, mental deviant behavior, right? To do all that, right? But the word legion has to do with the Romans, not, right? It's about 1,000 soldiers, right? You know what I mean? I know what he means, I know. Mm-hmm. And that's what Jesus means when he talked about God sending 12,000 legions of angels, right? To deliver him, right? But that's to show that anyone and everyone can be done wrong, right? Not just you, right? Though it takes the one learning to do wrong. That's Satan. That's Satan first verse. And see, if God, like you and me, I don't know you're doing that to the girl in China until she said something, right? And then when she said something, she disappeared, right? In the thin air. No one can contact her. No one can find her, right? Who knows how to find her, right? And then you just cut her off like she never existed, right? So we're also worried about her safety and welfare, And again, if you're beating her into submission, she'll eventually say what you want her to say. We know that too, right? Anyone would, right? But that don't mean it's right to do it. Either. The fact of free will doesn't mean we're right to do each other wrong, right? Means you can, despite there being an immediate punishment for it, right? Don't mean it's still not evil what you're doing. And two wrongs never make a right. Mm-hmm. If you're only doing right, then you're not doing no wrong, right? But the thing is, condemnation is the problem there, right? With the law, you either forgive the offense or you condemn it, right? Even though it's wrong. Now, does that mean you don't acknowledge the wrong that you? No. You say, I did not want this thing to happen to me, but it probably happened to me even if I have amnesia of it, right? I know. I'm saying no, right? And that's what people don't understand about things like wet dreams, or right? If you're making about sex, right? And I'm carrying around pictures of naked women to show you I like naked women. Not naked men, but of course I'm on a ship full of men, right? And only if the girls from ROTC or something like that about to go on to college, right, are on the ship. Because something happened. Now, at sea, the age of consent is 16, right? That's maritime law. By the way. That's the UCMJ's age of consent, right? So is it Georgia's, I keep telling you that too, right? Now, if you think it's 18 and you're wrong, right? But like I said, let's say I saw a schoolgirl in the Publix yesterday. I'm not going to approach that child. You're not even thinking about that. Nope. I know. And like I said, right? A lot of people act like they don't even remember me or know me anymore. I know, right? Even Lorena yesterday wouldn't even say hey to me, right? When I had to wait for Sarah. And all I could do was respond, and she responded to me, and pretending she didn't know me, so I pretended I didn't know her either, right? Because you're really the more expensive store between Food Line or Walmart. Though either way, I got to drive further to go there, right? But Publix has always been high because they, I guess, think they're offering you a higher quality of store itself, right? You're paying to go to their store, right? And what they're offering you is better service, I guess, right? So they're making you pay a little bit more for their employees who they might hopefully pay a little bit more too, right? For that service, right? Unless they're doing their employees wrong too, right? Like I said, right? But it don't matter, right? Who your employer is, if it's an ex-employer or current employer, right? If they're doing you wrong or they know you were with Justine and you don't, you started out as just a customer. Then the man tried to hire you like it was something wrong for you to work under the table, and I'm allowed that too, right? Disabled people can work under the table up to a certain amount, which is $8.90, which that's minimum wage at $5, by the way, right? That's a 40-hour-a-week check, right? But you can make under that, Tim, right? Yes, you can. And you never pay me over that, right? Even with tips. And you know it's about the girl, right? And she was having boyfriend issues, and I was having issues with Amanda, right? If we did something, the only place we could do it was your bathroom too, right? And what you gonna do? Murder someone over your waitress going into the bathroom with them, right? And shoot me in the head like a freaking moron, right? Like I don't have a right to life, even if the girl wanted to go be a doctor. She didn't have to kill me over it, right? I know. You know, she can still be a doctor and have a child and all that, right? If that's what happened, right? I know that. Like I said, when I'm talking about any stepchild, right? Any step relationship, I got a step niece, I know, right? And Don and Roddy had a step niece, right? But they're step, right? So, I don't know them personally, right? I'm not around them, right? And they're not really around me that I know of either, right? But the only time they could be with me would be what? Late at night if they got over here for where the hell they're at, right? And like I said, I don't know. But whatever you tell me, I am being told by either my mom or stepdad, right? Like I said, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the point about step families, right? Even Morgan Freeman had the step granddaughter, and they had some kind of relationship. I don't know, right? But it's not like it's, your real granddaughter, right? God don't, condemn everything like they do. But at the same time, right, you can't say what all is a sin or what's not a sin either sometimes, right? The key thing there is how old is the girl in her own age, right? Is she old enough to consent, right? And if she did, right, it ain't all none of your business. Anyway, mind your own business whether they did something or not. I don't know, right? Just hearing about something don't mean it ain't a rumor either. Maybe they just went out as friends and nothing happened. I don't know, right? But anyway. But like I said, what do you want when I'm talking about the whole of life, right? Abraham and Sarah were half brother and sister. A lot of people don't read that part. When he told Pharaoh she was his sister, he wasn't lying, right? But by that time, they were half, right? They had two different mothers, right? Just like me and Chonda and Renee and me have a different dad, right? But like I said, who would accuse the mother of sneaking into the bedroom with the son but the stepdad, right? Not the son or the mother. And I don't even see my mom as something sexual, a sexual object to look at. At all. I would see Renee or Shonda because they're sisters, and even Solomon's friend is calling Solomon's calling the girl my sister, my spouse. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And the girl's saying I'm black. But Solomon's described as being white. Yes, he is. Now, a lot of you want Adam to be black, but what if Adam was white and Eve was black? Would that be a problem? Right. Someone has to be the darker race there. Or a dominant gene is involved, right? After the fall versus a recessive gene, right? That's why albino children exist too, right? True albino, which are, they don't have any pigments, right? Or melanoma, right? Whatever they call it. I'm not talking about that's the cancerous thing, but melanin, whatever they call it. And like I said, right? But could have been the TV too, right? I don't know, right? But I'm not obsessed with them, right? See, if something's going on, I don't know why they would get involved with me in the first place, right? But it wouldn't be because I contacted them. So I did talk to a girl who told me their brother was going to Savannah State for some reason, right? But that's all I know about it. Right? I didn't go to Savannah State just to see if T and Tamara were, brother was going there. I don't even know his name, right? Right. At all. That'd be a waste of my time, right? And that stalking them, right, by the way. And if you know something's wrong, just don't do it. Just don't do it. And that would be said to them too, though. You're not supposed to try and seduce some mentally ill person who's telling you he's one of the two witnesses either, right? Right? And both try to sleep with him, like, I'm telling you, I wouldn't recognize you both. For different reasons, right? And you two look a little different in one area. Was it really was Tia and it wasn't Tamara? And they couldn't tell the difference. It's not impossible, huh? Who knows? Right. Okay.